Guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, I just wanted to touch on a topic that came to me, and that topic is identify to heal. I hope that everybody is doing well on their journey. This channel kind of feels like it's morphing into a self-help type of channel, and I'm completely for that. I wouldn't consider myself yet um like a life coach or anything like that. I just feel like certain topics come to me naturally. I've always been somebody who's been really good at listening to others and offering positive perspectives and advice. And that's one thing that I really take pride in. But I found that on my own journey, I don't necessarily always take my own advice. And I've literally had moments where I've had to write down, like, do what you would tell your friends to do if it was them coming to you for advice. So identify to heal. I've had to stop and think about um, patterns that I've gotten comfortable in, realizing that those patterns have stunted my development and my growth as far as moving forward to the next levels of just becoming the person that I know I deserve and desire to be. You can't grow if you refuse to change. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So I've had to step back and have moments of solitude and just really process, like, okay, what are you doing that, number one, isn't making you happy? Number two, why? You know, and it all really boils down to my why was just things being familiar and me being comfortable. And just because something is easy and comfortable doesn't necessarily mean that it's good for you. It's actually stunning your growth and hindering you to move forward. So, oh, my my computer. If you know me, well, eh, I don't really set clocks in my house or around me except for my cell phone, and my computer says that it's 1:11 p.m. In all actuality, it's actually 6:11 p.m. and the government calls it 6. It's actually 6:11 in real time, but my computer says 1:11 p.m. So, um, but yeah, I feel like it's so important to talk about healing and growth and being transparent in your own journey. I feel like that's the only real way to connect with people. And I want this channel to be as authentic as it can be, especially moving forward. So the changes that I've felt are the most important for me to make in my life have been, number one, patience. I have a great deal of patience. I've always had a great deal of patience, but not necessarily in the areas that kind of matter most. I've had patience with dealing with others, things outside of me. But I've struggled with having patience within myself. I have a history in childcare, so I have a great deal of patience with working with others and children and relationships. I could wait for somebody else, but this time around, and what I've noticed a theme throughout this year, is that I'm taking the time and the power back to really just hone in on myself and cater to myself more. Anybody who knows me, really knows me, knows that I am naturally giving, naturally kind, I'm naturally a sweet person. And oftentimes, those people are the ones who kind of suffer the most internally and quietly. And those internal struggles have helped me to see and identify the areas in which I kind of rob myself of the beauty of my own mind and the beauty of just letting things kind of flow naturally without being so pressed for a, a ideal result. And when I speak in terms of that, relationship wise, I found that I was so eager, especially when meeting new people or meeting like somebody who I'm interested in, guy wise. And I just be like, ooh, he's cute, he's nice. I kind of like what I see. I feel like I'm a good judge of character. I can read people well. Okay, let's see what this is about. And then rushing into something and putting too much faith and stock into honestly complete strangers. Um, but ultimately knowing in the back of my mind, you don't know somebody overnight. Like, what are you rushing for? And it's that feeling of wanting something so bad, um, that you, sorry, that you rob yourself the beauty of actually letting something naturally form. That's something that I'm currently learning to trust myself more with. And I feel like it's so much beauty and healing and identifying those things that may feel like it's uncomfortable to talk about or even think about. It's like, no, that's where the goodness is. Like, it's good to feel good and be happy, but to really sit with and identify your traumas, your anxieties, your struggles, those are the things that you have to shine a light on in order to progress and move forward. I think I wrote something else down in my notes. Adjusting to change you deserve. Yes. Adjusting to change that you deserve. So for me, in my mind, I'm not the perfect woman or person or partner. I don't know anybody walking this earth who is. Perfection is, it varies depending on the person you're talking to. Something could be perfect for you, but may not be perfect for somebody else. But adjusting to change that I felt like I deserve. I'm aware of the qualities I possess as a person, as a human being, as a woman, and I know the positive things that I can bring to any relationship, platonic, intimate, what have you. I know I'm a well-rounded good person. So that's one thing. But again, the things that I've struggled with as far as like rushing into things, moving too quickly, not giving things a really good time to pan out. Sometimes you end up hurt when you move too fast. And so it's like, yep, lesson learned, and you can't really point the finger or pin the blame on somebody else for something that you allowed to happen. It's all about the pace that you set with anything. And it's so, 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 so important that you respect and honor your pace and know and identify if that pace is too fast, if it's too slow, because you don't want to be a procrastinator, but you also don't want to jump the gun either. And I just feel as though if you're being true to yourself, realistically true to yourself, in honoring the truths of who you are, things will naturally fall into, well, let's say things will naturally rise into what God's plan is supposed to be. But again, you have to be able to identify the things that need to be changed. And you have to be okay with knowing that sometimes you may be the problem. Like, I'm not too proud or too high up on a horse to say that I've caused my own hurts in my life and in my past. But I don't like to linger in my hurt, especially if I can sit back and reflect and think about, okay, what steps got me here? And now that I can identify with it, I know what I can do and change to move forward. So it's all about creating healthy lifestyles, creating healthy boundaries for yourself so that you can have a successful, abundant, and prosperous life. Did I say healthy? Healthy. Healthy life. One thing I also wrote down in my notes is it feels good to take care of yourself. Listen, at the end of a typical weekday for me, because I still work a 9 to 5, at the end of the day, after I take care of my priorities, my responsibilities, whether it be, grocery shopping, whether it be giving my son his dinner and his bath, and after I've showered and just had a moment to just kind of woosah, I have feelings of such peace now that it's just like, it feels damn good to take care of myself. And the journey isn't over. I'm not perfect. I still have areas in which I am growing and learning. But I know that I'm moving in the right direction. So that gives me more confidence and it gives me more peace. So that the challenges don't seem like a challenge. It just seems like, okay, we getting through it. So I don't want to make this video too long. I know I say that in all my videos, and we going on about 14 minutes now, a little over 14 minutes. But yeah, if you take anything from this video, look at your life and evaluate it, and look at the moments or the things that you feel you aren't necessarily being true to yourself with. If it's making you unhappy, whether it be something that you do, it's like, I get out of bed, not saying that this is what I do, but an example like, oh, I get out of bed at such and such time, knowing I gotta rush and hurry up to get to work because I don't give myself enough time to get ready in the morning. Or what's something that's more personal? What's something more personal? It'll come back to me. But change, change is not a bad thing, especially if you're changing to better yourself. Um, Welcome change. Change is good. Change is healthy. And when you change for your better and the better of everything overall and for the highest good, I feel and I believe and I have faith and trust in the fact that everything else will become better too. And it's just like I'm a mother and I know I cannot be the best mother that my son deserves if I'm not fully right within me, if I'm not making healthy choices um, or living in toxic cycles. It's just like the things that you do are going to play a major role in the development of other people's lives. Like it's bigger than you, it's bigger than me. And it's such a humbling feeling. I tell folks all the time, I'm just a vessel, but that's not to say that I don't have to take accountability for the things that happen or occur in my life. I don't want to keep rambling, but yes, leave me something in the comments. Leave me an answer to this question. What is something that you've had to identify with in order to change for the overall betterment and progress of your life? I would love to hear about it and I would love to interact with you guys. So let me know. I hope y'all enjoyed this one and I will see y'all soon.